Hello and welcome to Three Questions With. Got my friend Carrington with us. Hello and welcome to Three Questions With. I got my friend Carrington with us from Prospect Studios. Good morning, Carrington. How you doing today?
I'm doing well, Kevin. Thanks for having me.
So, Carrington, today I asked you to come on the show because I want to talk about the importance of partnerships and picking the right partners. Sometimes I see people not do a lot of vetting when they're picking their partners. Let me ask you about your experience, both being someone who's been chosen and picking partners. What are you looking for in your partners?
One big thing is relationship building and really understanding what somebody's skill set is and also what lane they fall in. Because there's often a lot of different avenues people can take with any given industry. So making sure, hey, you've been vetted within this specific lane, and also we get along. We talk the same language, we're talking to the same people. So making sure that you're building the relationship and you also understand what they're doing and what their goals and motivations are.
Carrington, I like that you mentioned the proverbial stay in your lane. You know, you're a commercial photographer. Now, someone may reach out to you saying, "Hey, I'm getting married. Would you like to be my wedding photographer?" And that's a really important day in most people's lives. So you want to pick someone who has experience as a wedding photographer. I find sometimes that people are tempted to say, "You know what, Carrington, I need the extra money. I need the job. I'm going to take it and I'm gonna, go out to YouTube and type in how to be a wedding photographer." And that's a horrible
Yep.
idea because if I miss some of the key shots or just don't do a great job, this is a really big thing. I mean, God forbid I'm doing a headshot, it doesn't come out well. I can come back and try it again. Can't get everyone back to the wedding venue and and do the shots over.
Right.
Stay in your lane, right?
Yeah, definitely. And from what you were just saying, I get requests all the time to shoot weddings. And I always tell people, I'm like, that is not where I thrive, but I can definitely recommend you to somebody who does thrive there. But on the contrary of that, I get a lot of people who come to me for product photography and they're just like, well, we hired this person, but they specialized in weddings and the images just aren't up to par. Not realizing that, hey, it's a different skill set if you go from being a wedding photographer to shooting with product or doing something environmental or something like that. There's so many avenues that people can take and specialize in where that same skill set doesn't always translate to another avenue, such as maybe being a family photographer and shooting product. It's a very different world.
I also liked what you said about finding partners that you see eye to eye with, that we share some mutual friends that you partner with. And it's important for them to respect and understand your value. Okay, this is the price it's going to cost to have Karen to come in and do a professional job. And sometimes I see people, hey, I need a commercial photographer. They're going to shoot product, but here's my budget. And I kind of chuckle and go, do you know anyone that owns an iPhone? Because
Yeah.
that's really the budget you're looking at is somebody coming in with their iPhone who's going to be like, all right, let me just do it. They're not going to stand lighting product placement. So when you're picking partners, you got to be respectful to the person and what they do and what their price point is, right?
Yeah, definitely. And making sure you understand that they actually fit what the client needs and what they're doing. Like there's a bunch of avenues. Before we started this, we were talking about a mutual friend that we have. And the reason her and I work so well together is we have mutual respect for each other. And she knows I'm going to come in, I'm going to do a quality job. And if at any point things aren't aligned with what the client needs, I'm going to stop and reassess. We're going to have that conversation. I'm not just going to deliver. So she knows at any point, I will always make those adjustments to help the client. And that helps on the trust level between the two of us.
I really like that a lot because when I'm hiring you for your expertise because I may not really know what's best. Like, well, I need some product
Yep.
pictures. Well, what do you need? Product pictures and smile at you because I don't know better. Like, okay, what's the best way to shoot these products to make them as valuable as they really are? So that's where, you
Yep.
need to have that respect and trust to go, okay, here's where I'm going. Now tell me where I really want to go, Carrington. Tell me what I'm missing.
Exactly.
And for you to stop
Yep.
and say that, like, hey, Kev, before we keep going here, you're better off going in this direction. That makes perfect sense to me. And that's what I want from my team. If you're working with
Yep.
me, I want you to grab me when I'm going in the wrong dress, you're going in the wrong direction here. And some people
Yeah.
won't. The client said they wanted photography. Here it is, delivered, give me my check. But that
Yep.
doesn't lead to reoccurring revenue because next time I'm probably not going to use you on the job and stuff, right?
Yeah, it's one of those things where I always tell clients, and I was like, sometimes you will tell me you want A, B, and C, and I hear X, Y, and Z because from a photography standpoint versus someone who doesn't understand it, things sometimes will be different. So I always tell clients, I'm like, if I'm not giving you A, B, and C, or if A, B, and C is no longer what you want, you've changed your mind, you just need to tell me, and we'll figure it out together. And being able to have people who you can trust that will give you that kind of service, that it's not always about this is what we said, this is what we're doing, but being able to pivot within that relationship and that understanding is also important.
Nicely said. So, Carrington, what's the best way if people want to reach out to you to learn more about your services?
They can look at my website at prospectstreetstudio.com, or they can email me at info@prospectstreetstudio.com, and that's studio with no S at the end,
I,
singular.
I appreciate you taking a few minutes to call into the show. And as always, thanks for being my friend.
Of course, thank you.